So today we're going to be playing a little bit of MLB The Show while also talking about recaps for the day and predictions for tomorrow's game. So going into the recaps for today, the first game of the day was the Washington Nationals and the Atlanta Braves, where the Nationals beat the Braves 3-1. Josiah Gray got his first win of the season, and Matt Fried has yet his second loss of the season. Not a really good start for Matt Fried, saying he has a 5.73 ERA, which is a little bit yikes. The Braves, the Braves are starting out pretty good. It's just I feel like they're not really bringing the bats around for him. So. But Josiah Gray pitched a one-run game, so it was a pretty good game by him. In the second game of the day, the Cleveland Guardians beat the Cincinnati Reds 7-3. Nick Lodolo got his first major league start of the year, and he kind of got shelled in the first couple innings. He has an 0-1 record and an 11.25 ERA. Surely it will go down, but it's kind of a rough start for him. The Cubs lost to the Pirates 6-2. Hendricks lost to the Pittsburgh Pirates. He honestly, I think it mostly came off with one 3-run shot by Ben Gamble, so that was most of the reason Pittsburgh beat the Cubs.
This line is going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder.
Then you have the Mets games where they almost blew a 8-run lead. So pretty much they got up to 8 runs, or it was a 7-run lead. So they got up to a 7-run lead in the sixth inning. And pretty sure Mets fans were just like, oh well, the Mets bullpen can't choke this, right? They almost did. They gave up 2 runs in that inning, then 2 runs in the next inning. And then, so the final score ended up being 9-6. The Mets somehow won. As a Mets fan, I was kind of I saw this coming. It's just, man, bullpen is such an issue for them. You can have Matt Scherzer go 5 innings, 6 innings, give up 1 run, but then the bullpen can't really hold the game for them. So then you got the Red Sox and the Tigers, where bullpen also kind of hurt. So the Red Sox had been up by I think it was 8 runs, pretty much like the Mets, and then eventually let the Tigers come back to finish the score 9-7. So the Red Sox ended up winning still with a combined 23 hits between both teams. That's a lot. Then you had the almost perfect game by the Dodgers today. In my opinion, I obviously would have kept Clayton Kershaw in there, but my name is not Dave Roberts, and I'm not a major league manager, so I have no say in that kind of stuff. But I would have kept Clayton Kershaw in because I think he was doing so good that I don't think they were going to hit him. I don't think they were going to hit him, and he was just being efficient enough to where he probably could have finished under or at just about 100 pitches. So that's just what I think. The final score of that game ended up being 7-0. Dodgers win. The next game, the Astros went into extra innings against the Arizona Diamondbacks, and they lost because Ryan Presley pretty much gave up 3 base runners, and you know how with the extra man on base. So the final score of that game was 3-2. Arizona Diamondbacks get their second win of the season, and it is against what some people might think is one of the best teams in the MLB. The Giants played another kind of low-scoring game here, and they beat the Padres 2-1. Honestly, Sean Manaea did not even do that bad. His first 2 starts with the Padres have been actually really good. It's just that I feel like they're not really hitting the ball as well as they should be. Then you have the Athletics who won back-to-back games against the A's, or the Rays, sorry. So the A's have beaten the Rays twice in a row. Surprisingly, the A's are not as scrappy as I thought they were going to be, or maybe the Rays are not as good as I thought they were going to be. But the Rays will go down to 4-2, and the A's are going up to 3-3. So that's interesting. 3 more games that were played today. So we had the Yankees and Blue Jays. For the Blue Jays game, you had Vladimir Guerrero hit 3 home runs, pretty much carrying them to a 6-4 victory over the Yankees. Then you had the Brewers play another low-scoring game. They barely beat the Baltimore Orioles 4-2, which, I mean, Brewers, they had Corbin Burns pitching. You know, they had like so much opportunity to just come in here, blow them out, but they didn't, because I feel like they can't hit the ball. They got a bunch of like 35-year-old dudes like Dan Vogelback, and I feel like they're not really coming together hitting wise, but they're still really top notch pitching wise. Like their pitching rotation is really good, which is the only thing that's keeping them afloat right now, because their offense is surely not. Then you have the final game of the day, which was the White Sox and Mariners, which was actually kind of a close game, closer than I think people would. Well, okay, I'm sorry, actually. Robbie Ray was pitching for the Mariners, so it was going to be a close game. I thought the... let's see, hold on. I just got to decide who I want to pitch. I honestly thought the Mariners would do better in this game, because Robbie Ray was pitching, and Dallas Keuchel, he's not, like, amazing, but he's not terrible either. Like, he's still a pretty solid starter, especially I think for what they put him at, which is like number 4, number 5, or something like that. So he's still doing pretty well. So I think he got a total of 5.4 ERA. Robbie Ray had a 4.73 ERA. Not terrible. Obviously, these numbers feel a lot more inflated than they will end up being. Alright, so let's go to tomorrow. We have some pretty cool matchups. We have the Cardinals facing the Brewers. I think they're going to be playing in Milwaukee, which I think will be Milwaukee's first home series of the year. I think they've started out playing their first 6 games on the road. And the Cardinals have been played by rain all so far. Like 2 out of 6 of their games have been postponed due to like rainouts and rain issues. Midwest weather sucks, plain and simple. As somebody from the St. Louis area, living in the St. Louis area right now, yeah, it's been a really shitty couple days. So some of this weather has been really bad. Okay, so for tomorrow we have the Athletics are pitching Cole Irvin, who is 0-1 and has a 6.75 ERA. The Rays are pitching Josh Fleming, who's 1-0 and has a 0 ERA. I think he may be in like a relief appearance. I don't remember. I don't know if he started. Then we got the Mariners and White Sox. The Mariners start Logan Gilbert, who is 0-0 with a 1.8 ERA. And then you have Jack Lambert. Sorry, I gotta look this up. Jimmy Lambert, who has not started has not started yet. But I think pretty much he's going to be taking over for like Lance Lynn and Lucas Giolito while they're both recovering from injury. Yeah, the White Sox pitching staff does not look good right now because they're very badly injured. Then you got the Cardinals and Milwaukee. You got Adam Wainwright pitching for St. Louis, and you have Brandon Woodruff pitching for Milwaukee. Now, Adam Wainwright. Oh, that's gone. Okay, so for St. Louis, you have Adam Wainwright, who is 1-0, has 0 ERA. Mostly due to the fact that they played Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh didn't do that well. I think that game was like a final score of like 7-1 or something like that. Then you have Brandon Woodruff, who did pretty much quite the opposite in his first appearance. He balked a few guys, and he didn't really have a great handle on pitching. But obviously he's going to be a lot better going into the second game, or so you would assume. I don't think he's going to have half as bad of an appearance as he had in his last game. For the Nationals and the Pirates, you got Joan Adon, hopefully I'm saying his name right, going up against JT Brubaker, and that was the number one starter for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Brubaker. I don't know how we got in the swing on that one, but okay. So then for the Phillies and Marlins, you have Kyle Gibson pitching for the Phillies, and Sandy Alcantara pitching for the Marlins. For the Blue Jays and the Yankees, you have Kevin Gausman pitching for the Blue Jays and the Luis Severino pitching for the Yankees. You have the Angels and Rangers game. You have Shohei Ohtani pitching against Dane Dunning. In the Tigers and the Royals, you have Casey Mize pitching against to be determined. They don't know who they're pitching yet. My guess is the Tigers are going to win. If it's somebody that we don't know who's pitching, then I assume we're just the Tigers should win that game. Like most things, I'm often wrong. And, I'm often wrong. Then in the Braves-Padres game, you have Charlie Morton pitching against Joe Musgrove. In the Cubs-Rockies game, you have Justin Steele pitching against Kyle Freeland. And then finally, in the Reds and the Dodgers game, you have Luis Cessa going up against Walker Buehler. It's going to be an interesting day for pitcher props, I think. Might be a good day to take such things as and Adam Wainwright to record a win. I think would be a good one. Just because I think he pitches long enough into the games. Like his average start is like 6 innings. So I think that'd be a good one to get. If you're a betting man like myself, I'm usually pretty bad at betting, so I probably would not take my own advice. But it's the one, so why not? Just do it. Just do it, Nike. Put $5 on it, something like that, Put $5 on it. I think another one that would be good is to take Shohei Ohtani to report a win, slash Shohei Ohtani over his strikeouts. I feel like those both would be really good. Shohei Ohtani is probably going to strike out a lot of people on the Rangers. And then 2, they're probably going to win, and it's probably going to be like from the beginning of the game. He had kind of a bad appearance in his last game, so he'll have to have a better game here.
The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball.
I think another kind of good pick for tomorrow would be Walker Buehler to record a win. I like any matchup of Walker Buehler going up against Luis Cessa. I think that's just going to be a great matchup regardless. The Dodgers, like for sure they struggled in that series with Colorado. But I honestly, I just don't think it really matters. I think you're gonna have your best pitcher going up against a team that is also struggling, and a pitcher that has not started in the game yet. So he hasn't started this season. So
back to the top of the lineup. Now it's going to be Anthony Voigt.
As for my picks for tomorrow, as like who just wins the games, I'm just going to go down the list here, and I'm just going to tell what I think my picks are. I feel like the Rays. I feel like I always do that. Because they have the same sounding name, and I'm very stupid. So that's, again, I'm stupid. So the Rays, I think the Rays are going to win tomorrow. I think they have a really good... I mean, they've lost 2 to the Athletics already. Like, they've already lost 2. There's no way they lose another one to the A's. Like, I just feel like there's no way they do that. The Rays are too good of a team to do that kind of shit. Oh, nice. With the Mariners and the White Sox. This one, I'm actually going to fade the Red Hot White Sox, and I'm going to go with Seattle because they get plus money, and, fuck it, YOLO, right? Then you got the Cardinals and the Brewers. This one, I'm going to have to go with the upset once again. I'm going to have to go with the upset. St. Louis Cardinals over Milwaukee Brewers. I think it's going to be a way better game for, Brandon Woodruff. Obviously, he has a 17.18 ERA, which does not bode well for, the start of the season. There's nowhere to go but up. It looks like he hit rock bottom in that pitching appearance, and he's definitely gonna, because he is a way better pitcher than that. So he's gonna have a good game. Wainwright's gonna have a good game. Take the under if you want, because it's probably about 8.5. Take the under. Seems like a good under day. Yeah, that's another good bet too. It's the under. So I don't think there's any way they go out and score all 5 runs. Even in today's game against the Orioles, the Brewers scored, I think it was 4 runs. So they're not a very prolific hitting team. Nice. Nice. Hey, doesn't matter. Got on base there. Cool. Alright, for the Nationals and Pirates game, I kind of liked what I saw. From JT Brubaker in the first game that he pitched.
Here's a big power threat.
For reasons that may sound weird, I feel like he was attacking the zone. But the Cardinals just hit him. They just hit him a lot better than. Then the Nationals are going to, so that makes sense. So the Nationals, they have a few really good hitters. They have Josh Bell still. They have Juan Soto. Joan Adone had a pretty decent game against the Mets in his first appearance. The only problem was he gave up a grand slam to Peter Alonso because he let somebody get a hit. I think it was like Brandon Nimmo. He let somebody get a hit, then he walked, and it wasn't, it was one bad inning that cost Adone like a really good game. But for some reason, I'm just thinking, I'm going with the Pirates. I'm going with an upset pick here. I'm gonna go with the Pirates. The Phillies and the Marlins. We have Kyle Gibson going up against Sandy Alcantara. Man. I mean, bad teams can't lose forever, right? Like bad teams are not gonna just like lose every game. And for a team like Miami, where they have a few really good young prospect pieces already set in motion, I think they could contend with the Phillies, even though I think the Phillies are a better team, and I think the Phillies are going to be a legit contender for the NL East this season. I'm going to have to go with the favorite, though. I'm going to have to go with the Phillies. I think it's going to be a really close game. But I'm still going to go with the Phillies because their pitcher is he's pretty decent. Like Kyle Gibson used to pitch for Texas last year. I think he's still pretty decent when he pitched for them. All right, let's talk about the Blue Jays and the Yankees game. I do not trust a damn thing out of Luis Severino. I feel like Gausman maybe had a slightly bad appearance in his first game. It happens. I feel like a lot of pitchers that were like Cy Young contenders last year had really bad first appearances. Brandon Woodruff had a really bad first appearance. Corbin Burns, really bad. Kevin Gausman, really bad. Like, you had a few guys that were just like really good pitchers that did pretty bad in their game. And that's just, that shit happens. Kevin Gausman is going to recover. They are going to beat the Yankees back-to-back games. It may not be at the hands of Vlad Jr., because I don't think he's going to hit 3 home runs again. But the Blue Jays just, they kind of, they're a good team. I feel like they don't have as much pitching. I feel like their pitching can't really pitch deep into games. Even Jose Barrios today kind of had to leave the game early. I think he went like 5 innings. Usually you want your guys to go about 6 innings, 7 innings, preferably. So I feel like their pitchers kind of get knocked out of the game, especially Hyunjin Ryu. I just don't think he has it anymore. So, in regards to the Blue Jays pitching staff, I think the Blue Jays win tomorrow. It's going to be a close game, just like today. But, go Blue Jays. Then we have the Angels and the Rangers. We have Shohei Ohtani going to
right field. That one back there. And out of here.
Alright. I suck. Mostly is now
they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Alright, so the Angels and Rangers, we have Shohei Ohtani pitching against Dane Dunning. And Dane Dunning is not like really that good. Shohei kind of is good. Like, that may be a really basic way of saying, the Angels should cream the Rangers. The only problem that I have when I'm trying to pick this game is the Rangers' offense. Like, they can really hit. They really hit the ball. Corey Seager, Marcus Semien, among other guys, can really hit them.
A little roller up along first.
So I'm gonna go with Angels, and honestly, I'd say with like the -1.5. I think they're gonna win by 2 runs. Then we're gonna go with the Tigers and the Royals. The Tigers, even though they have a 2-4 record, have kind of surprised me. Like, they feel like a team that might somehow find themselves in second place in the American League Central, even though it's probably not going to be much of a competition. So what I mean by that is you're going to have the American League Central. You're probably going to have the White Sox, who win the American League Central hands down, right? But then you're probably going to have a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place team in the American League Central, and they're probably going to be relatively close with each other because honestly they're like all around the same like level. And, yeah, like the Twins aren't a great team. You know, Royals aren't a great team. Guardians are like always kind of in the middle. The Tigers are a really young team that's like getting way better. You know, they got Casey Mize pitching tomorrow. They got like Spencer Torkelson. They have Javi Baez, who's not really young, but brings like a good amount of veteran leadership to the team. So I think I'm gonna go with the Tigers, especially since I don't know who's pitching for the Royals yet. Like, it could be Zach Greinke, but who actually knows? If it's Zach Greinke, then I think I would change my mind, and I would say probably Kansas City. Then we got 3 more games. We got the Braves and the Padres. We got Charlie Morton going up against Joe Musgrove. The Padres have been on kind of a slide recently. And, I mean, yeah, it's, you know, 7 games in. But they've lost the last 2 games. So I'm going to say they have to win here. I believe they're the underdog in the game, but I don't remember if they are. Anyway, I'm going to go with San Diego. In San Diego, I think it helps that they're at home for once. Have to go San Diego. Then you got Chicago Cubs going up against the Rockies. You got Justin Steele pitching against Kyle Freeland. I really don't know how this game is going to go because both teams have kind of surprised me this year. Yeah, Justin Steele had a really good appearance in the first game. Rockies have kind of hit the ball better than I thought they would. I think I'm going to go with the Rockies. It might be the underdogs, so but probably not by much. I'm going to go with the Rockies here. Then we got the Reds and the Dodgers. This is the final pick for the day. Like I said earlier, I think the Dodgers are going to kind of run away with this game. You know, they played the Twins today, and they almost perfected them. And it was a really one-sided game. Final score being 7-0, Los Angeles. So with Los Angeles' better pitcher on the mound, this has to be for LA to win. Like there's like there's no way Cincinnati wins, right? But hey, like I said, most of the time I'm wrong when it comes to picking baseball picks. Or picks in general. Mostly basketball. I suck at picking basketball.
There it is, the velocity blasted it right past him. And now Taylor up to the plate. Out to short. In there, he's safe.
Well, with that, I'm going to end the stream here because pretty much I talked about a lot of the things that I talked about. So if you like the idea of what I'm doing here with this stuff, then I can always kind of do more stuff like this. Make sure to tune into more of my stuff. I plan to do this like pretty much every day. pretty much every day, just kind of recap what happened in today's baseball, and then predict what I think is going to happen in tomorrow's baseball stuff. While also playing MLB Show, I think it's kind of a fun thing that I can try to do. So with that, I'm gonna end the stream. But thank you for tuning in to this episode.